So, hello my YouTube family. Let's just jump in this. It's been a little bit since I've spoken. Actually, the last time I talked about Eagles was the ending of our season. And I want to give respect to the Super Bowl champs and people who made the playoffs. So I leave a little bit of time before I start talking Eagles football again. But now, since we're about a month away from the draft, it's actually be hosted here in Philadelphia, first time since the early 30s, I believe. It's appropriate to start talking a little football, especially since we've had a lot of moves. But I'm not going to waste any time talking about a bunch of other stuff. Let's just get right to it. Let's talk about general feeling first, because, and this isn't going to be a long video, I want to talk about general feelings because we're going to keep on making moves. We have free agency we just did. Draft is coming up, which nobody has any clue what we're going to do. And I'm not going to pretend like I do. And then we have our feelings going forward. And I'm going to start analyzing things after maybe mid-May-ish or so. Maybe May, June. Start analyzing not just our football team, but other football teams that we're going to be playing this year. That being said, overall feeling on free agency. To be really honest, and this is why I have my channel, I'm not a huge fan of what's been going on in free agency. Like, I'm not getting ridiculously hyped up right now for many reasons. But to be very specific, we have a lot of one-year deal players. And for an organization that says we're not looking for Band-Aids, to me, from my perspective as a fan that I am, it makes me feel like we're trying to Band-Aid a current situation with a lack of depth at wide receiver, lack of depth at cornerback, and that's the bigger picture. So we signed Alshon Jeffrey to a one-year deal. We signed Torrey Smith. We signed recently this guy Robinson that played with the Saints, another team as well. We just signed Chris Long. We signed Womack from Tennessee, I believe. That's a one-year deal. We signed a lot of people, and we're right up against the cap. I think we're either over the cap or we have nothing left. We can't even buy a pack of Skittles. I do want to go on record saying there's one signing I actually liked very much so. I thought what we did with the swap of backup quarterback was my happiest. I'm going to be honest, this is what I do. It was my happiest signing. Yeah, I'm happy, somewhat happy to have Alshon Jeffrey because he's going to be better than any wide receiver we've had. But once again, it's a one-year deal, so I can't get too excited about that. But me as an Eagles fan, and not just drinking the Kool-Aid, but I really liked Nick Foles. I really did when he was here the first time. I think his record and what he did here, if you look on paper, if you look on the field, look at his winning record, what he did here was short of absolutely awesome. I mean, the guy's in the record book for having most touchdowns thrown in a game. He had a very good, I think it was like 14-4. He had that season 27 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Even though he lost the starting job to Michael Vick in training camp, he didn't sit around and cry and pout. He waited for his time, and he produced as we wanted him to. And he won the NFC East in the process. Yes, I know we lost to the Saints in the playoffs. I was actually at that game. Thank you, Jordan, for the tickets. But that's my happiest signing because we have him for a 2-year deal. We're able to get rid of Chase Daniel. Thank you for your time here. And I believe he has what it takes to not skip a beat as opposed to if Carson Wentz did go down. I'm not trying to jinx us. I do believe Carson Wentz is our starting quarterback, but if something were to happen, I feel just as confident as Nick Foles winning with our Philadelphia Eagles. My saddest departure is Connor Barwin. I have to give a shout out to Connor Barwin. I will probably during the season as well, because not only was he a great player for our team, as far as just giving everything he has, no matter what scheme that we had for him to do, he gave his best, but he also gave the best to the city. And there's something to be said about a person that rides SEPTA to work, even though he makes millions, and takes it upon himself to raise money for the less fortunate and build up the parks in our city and make it his own. So I hope, I believe he signed with the Rams, but I want you, Connor Barwin, at least from my standpoint, to really feel that You have a home no matter what happens in your career here in Philadelphia because you really took in this city, and you deserve that Philadelphia pass for the rest of your life. So I want to thank you for that. And last but not least, I have to just bring this up because when people talk to me, I'm a nutcase Eagles fan, as you can obviously see. Here's my deal. We can make all sorts of moves, all right? And I've been through enough of dream team and free agent signing, and you have the Asamoahs and all the Cromarties and people that just came in to either audition for what they're going to do next or just to take money and be out of the league. I don't want to be that team. I compare two teams against each other all the time. I compare our moves as opposed to either Cleveland or the Patriots. And looking at our moves, we look a lot more like Cleveland, a team that historically has not won. No disrespect per Cleveland, actually, they won a national NFL championship before us, like 1964. So not a real big bust on them, but they historically make bad moves, and they don't win. Whereas opposed to New England, where they don't make the most popular moves, but they find a way to win. And there's a part that an organization takes responsibility for the players that they sign, but also the organization themselves. And is the organization built to adapt to the talent that you have to build a strong team that can win Super Bowls? I'm concerned with who our wide receivers coaches. I'm concerned with who our quarterbacks coaches. I'm concerned what's going to happen to our special teams coach. I'm concerned with the maturity level, coach-wise, with Doug Peterson. And I'm concerned with whatever we get told from our owner, Jeffrey Lurie, that actually just spoke yesterday. I think I'm getting older as an Eagles fan, and I'm not getting swayed and getting ridiculously excited for just nothing. I want to win the whole thing. And I want our organization to be built in such a way that we don't just get in the playoffs. I want us to be better than what the Patriots are right now, which is a team that annually fights for Super Bowl trophies and find themselves in championship games every year, no matter who's on the field. And it's possible, but we have to do something different than what we've done in the past. We have to draft well, and I'll be looking closer at that. And we have to adapt to the talent that we have and that's available and create a winner here in Philadelphia. We brought the draft here. Let's bring home a Super Bowl trophy. More to come in the future, but I'm going to keep this short. Have a great day, and go Birds.